Pilates mat routine. So hopefully by now you've spent the past month dutifully performing my level 1 mat routine several times a week, or as many days per week as possible. If you have done that, then by now I imagine that you're probably feeling a little bored, a little restless, a little ready to advance and move on, which is exactly where you should be at this point. So in today's lesson, we are going to make some of the exercises from the first routine disappear altogether. Some of them will appear in the same fashion, some of them will appear and be progressed, and we'll add in some new exercises too. So having said that, if any of the exercises we do in the level 2 routine feel uncomfortable, if it feels not right in your body, if you feel pain, if you feel any symptoms, if it aggravates anything, then please modify the exercises so that they feel comfortable for you. You can always repeat something that we've done in the level 1 routine and just stick with that version until you feel ready to try the next level. And that's fine. It's perfectly fine. There's no hurry. There's no rush. You just listen to your body, progress at your own pace. So we're going to do a couple of warm-up exercises, a whole bunch of mat exercises, and a few stretches. We're going to get started turning to the long end of the mat. Hands behind the thighs for support. Let's glue the knees together. Round out through the spine. We're going to articulate down one vertebra at a time. Continue squeezing those inner thighs together. Step the feet in closer to the bottom, hip distance apart. We're going to find our neutral position here so there's space underneath the small of the back. We're going to draw the tummy in. We're going to bring the chin down and in to get length down the back of the neck, and arms by your sides, energy out the fingertips. Level 1 pistons. We're going to inhale, draw the right knee up 90 degrees, and exhale, set it down very softly, very quietly, alternating legs. So this is an exercise you should recognize from our first video. We're going to use this as a warm-up. Back and forth, inhaling up, exhaling down. All the while, the pelvis stays completely still. That's the goal. Draw the belly down deep to engage the transverse abdominis muscle. You're very light underneath the feet. You shouldn't hear them land. You shouldn't feel a lot of pressure underneath or pushing with the leg muscles. We have 4 more, please. Inhaling the right leg up. Exhale, lowering down. Nice tight tummy. Start to get centered here. Make sure this is a comfortable position for you. Last time on the right here, and one more on the left. We're going to continue this right into our level 2 piston by inhaling the right leg up to 90 degrees. Hold the belly tight, and with the exhale, you're going to make the left leg come up and match it. You're going to lower the right one down, just as we did with level 1, very softly, and then the left one follows. So 4 more, all leading with the right leg. So we inhale the right leg up, exhale the left to match, lower the right leg down, and lower the left leg down. So you should feel an increase in challenge with this version over the level 1. As you pick up the second leg, you want to take great care that you do not arch your back further away from the mat. So that's where our stomach comes in. Nice, tight, flat, strong stomach. Okay, let's do one more leading with the right foot. Inhaling up, exhale to meet it. We lower the right leg down. We lower the left leg down. You're also trying to stay light underneath the arms. We're going to repeat now, leading with the left side first. Inhaling up, exhaling the right up, left one lowers down, and then follow with the right. So left one up, right one to match, left one down, and right. So if you are not staying at my pace, that's fine. Just go with your breath. You want this to be really controlled. Faster is not better. Inhale the left one up, exhale the right one. We're going to lower the left one down, and then the right. We've got one more level 2 piston to finish up our preparatory exercises. Okay, we're going to go into the 100. In our level 1 video, we performed the 100 with the legs at 90. You may do that or come back to this point at any time throughout the 100. If you're ready to add on, I want you to begin to straighten the legs. So they may or may not go all the way straight. It's okay if there's softness in the knees. If you have a bend in the knees, I want you to keep the legs parallel and squeezed together. If you can take them all the way straight, I want you to put a little bit of a turnout so my heels are glued together, inner thighs are glued together. I'm going to activate my quadriceps. I'm going to reach through the balls of my feet. So you can try starting here and then draw back down if it becomes too difficult, or vice versa. You can start here, and if it's feeling really good, you can take the legs up and a turnout if you can get straight. So wherever your starting point is, please take the legs there, arms reach long, you're going to raise the head from the upper belly and begin pumping. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in and out. This is 3. Keep drawing the belly in, please. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. A few more times. Nice strong legs. If you've got your legs straight, squeeze the quadriceps, squeeze the thighs together. Last breath. Relax down, hug the knees into the chest. Should feel good. That's your treat. So you can hug them straight in, you can open the knees to the shoulders a little bit. Sometimes it feels nice just to gently rock back and forth like you're massaging out the low back. It also feels good to take the knees and just draw little small circles, like you're massaging out the low back, kind of rotating through the hips. So I like to do a couple each direction. You can try all of those versions. You can just pick your favorite and hold it. Okay, we're going to take the legs out long. We're going to come into the roll-up. So again, this is one that we did in the first video. We had the option to bend the knees in the first video. I'd like you to keep them straight this time if you can. Not only will they be straight, but you'll keep that small V. You're going to squeeze the inner thighs together. We're going to do 6 repetitions. On the first 2, we'll have the toes pointed. Arms come overhead to a point where you can keep the scapula engaged and connected. You're going to inhale, chin to chest, exhale, up and over. I'm not straight on my mat, so I'm going to adjust. As you come forward, you pull the tummy back, so it's not a collapsing over. There's control here. Shoulder blades stay down the back. Keep squeezing the thighs, point the toes. You're going to roll down one bone at a time, just like how we started our routine. We're articulating the spine. Inhaling, chin to chest. Use the stomach to draw you up. Again, if you're just not quite ready to do the full out roll up, then go ahead and bend the knees. Now I want you to do 2 repetitions with a demi point. You're going to reach through the balls of the feet. See how I have my toes pulling back? It's like my foot is pointed, but I'm pulling the toes back. Reach out through the ball of the foot. You can really make this very, very energized. Like light beam shooting out the balls of the feet. Draw that stomach back and in more and more as you come forward. Melt it down with a full breath. Nice and controlled. Squeeze the tush and the legs. Now, dorsiflex flex the feet. You're going to pull the feet and the toes back towards you. This should get a little bit deeper. Down the back of the legs into your stretch. It feels so good. Down through the hamstrings and through the calves. You might even feel this if you've got tight plantar fascia, or through the arches of the feet. And then we're going to roll down this time and just let the arms come long by your sides. So I have scooted on my mat. You may have too. Your pants may have slid down. So just readjust yourself until you're comfortable. We'll come back down. We're going to come into our leg circles, single leg circles. So again, last time we started with a stretch. If you can, I want this bottom leg straight and I want this top leg turned out. And then you're going to hug it in towards you. So we have just that little bit of a slight turnout. You can choose if you want to point the foot here, reach the ball of the foot. If you flex, you're going to get a little bit deeper stretch. So I like to do this from a demi point. You choose what feels good for you. Get a little bit of a stretch. And then we're going to take this bottom leg and move it slightly towards midline so that it's in line with your nose and your pubic bone. You're going to anchor down the pelvis, make sure it's neutral. You're going to activate the quadriceps so you're really tight and working and sculpting this muscle. You're going to reach out through the ball of the foot, arms long by your sides. You will inhale to cross the body first, exhale to complete your circle. So again, these can be small and slow. We want control. We do not want the pelvis wagging and wiggling all over the place. There's no hula hooping through the pelvis. A little bit bigger circle is a little bit tougher. Find a comfortable challenge. We're going to reverse directions. We're going to do 5 each way. Always initiating your circle on an inhalation, complete on an exhalation. Anchor down through the stomach. I want you to pretend like you've got a brick sitting over on this opposite hip. Just anchoring, be really flat and still. Inhale, Exhale, squeeze it up and stretch again. So you may hold behind the thigh, the calf, the ankle. Just try to refrain from grabbing right behind the knee joint. You can just place undue pressure and strain that area. It's not necessary. Okay, so I want this to be a stomach and leg exercise as we transition. Very, very strong leg. Reach out through the ball of the foot. I want you to pretend like that foot's a paintbrush and you're painting down the ceiling and then down the wall in front of you. I want this active. I want work. I want the tummy tight. Okay, good job. Now, let's just go ahead and slide that right foot into midline so it's already in position. We're going to take the left leg up, a little bit of a turnout, and we start with a stretch. We soften through the shoulders. Try to relax through the jaws. You can check your tongue, see if the tongue is soft. You can stick it out, wiggle it around if you need to, just to release the face. Breathe. Sometimes we forget to breathe when we're stretching if it's tight. Okay, so again, anchor down through that tailbone, find your neutral, stretch that leg long so you activate the quadricep, reach through the ball of the foot on the bottom foot as well. Inhale across the body, exhale, circle up and around. So now I really want you to think about stabilizing through this right side, opposite hip. 2 more. And reverse. Should be getting a good strengthening exercise here as well as a stretch. This is your strength and your stretch. 1 more. And then a little bit deeper stretch. Pull it in. Again, behind the thigh, behind the calf. Reach for the ankle. Try not to hike the shoulders up as you do this. Try to relax the shoulders down. Breathe. Draw the chin down and into the chest. And then again, tight through the leg. Reach the ball of the foot and stretch that leg long, long, long. Pull down deep through the stomach like you've got a heavy bowling ball sitting right on top. You're going to squeeze all the way down. We're going to perform a partial roll-up to transition here. We're going to inhale, chin to chest. You're going to come up and forward, hollow out through that belly, nice long C-curve stretch. And then you're going to round up nice and tall. Can you hear Audrey? That's my Chihuahua. Little dog, 4-pounder, big bark. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go into rolling like a ball or rolling back. So you're going to scooch your seat towards your feet. You're going to round out through the spine, balance back on the tailbone, and then you're going to lift the feet here, okay? Draw the shoulders down and in. So in the first video, you had the option just to hold a balance. Hopefully you tried experimenting with the rolling. If not, now's the time to do it. We're going to inhale back just to the shoulder blades and exhale up and hold. Find that balance each time. You want to catch it and hold it. Hold that tummy in really, really tight. Let's try a couple more. And just hold this, hold this, hold this. What I want you to do here, if you can, is bring the knees together. Keep holding your balance. Let the legs lift to a tabletop position. Hold it. If you're able to, release the arms. Palms facing up, shoulders pull down, tummy tight. Relax the feet down, scoot the bottom back. We're going to roll back down. We're going to come into the stomach series. So in our level 1 mat video, we began the first 2 exercises of the stomach series, but there's actually 5 exercises in it. We're going to complete all 5 today. And if you can, you'll keep the head lifted through the first 2. The first 2 that we did, single leg stretch and double leg stretch in our first video. If you need to rest the head down, if the neck feels strained, please do so. So the leg comes in towards the chest. We're going to take our right leg in, then the left leg's going to come across the leg to the opposite side of the knee, and then the right hand on the outside of the ankle. Again, we want to keep everything parallel and pulled into midline. Raise the chin to chest, extend the other leg. So in the first video, you may have been here, here, here. See if you can bring it down some. Really anchor through that belly. You're going to inhale and pulse twice. Exhale, switch. Reaching through the ball of the foot. The back is going to be flat and imprinted into the mat here. And you're going to keep the torso very, very still. Inhale and exhale. One more each way. Let both legs come in. Keep the head lifted if you can. Inhale the legs out long. Arms overhead. Exhale, squeeze back into center. Inhale out long like piece of spaghetti. And then draw it in tight like a little ball. Inhale out. Torso is still, really, really still here. Tummy tight. 2 more. Squeeze it in, relax the head, neck, and shoulders down. Just draw the knees in. And again, if you want to rock out the spine a little bit, go ahead and do so. We're going to come into single straight leg stretch. We have already opened up the hamstrings in a turned out fashion before single leg circles, so you should be ready for this. We're going to take the right leg up, a little bit of a turnout. You can do this again, grabbing behind the thigh, calf, or ankle. The opposite leg is going to be extended. So the higher the leg is, the easier this is. You find a comfortable challenge. We don't want the back arching away. You're going to keep everything pulled in nice and tight. Raise chin to chest. Just like single leg stretch, you're going to inhale, pulse twice to pull it in. Exhale to switch. It's like a scissor. You're going to inhale and exhale. 4 more. Relax down and in. So for double straight leg stretch, this is like a very, very, very advanced piston exercise. What we'll do is take both legs up to the ceiling, and we're going to put a little bit of a turnout. So we have a small V. Activate the quadriceps, squeeze the inner thighs together, draw the tummy down and in. I want you to perform this in neutral. So you're going to have space underneath the back. The first 3 we did with a flat back. When you pull the knee into the chest, if you come in far enough, it's going to flatten your back. So those are flat back. This is neutral. You're going to stack the palm of one hand right on top of the other one. As we lift the head here, you are not pulling on the neck and head. We are not flapping elbows around. We want the elbows really wide. Think about beautiful butterfly wings spreading wide and open. You're going to lift from the upper belly, gaze towards the tummy. You inhale to lower the legs. I'm okay if it's that far. If it's an inch, that's great. I don't want back pain. I don't want your back to arch further away. You exhale up. If you can take it further, do so. So I see this exercise misperformed, like in a gym setting all the time. People taking it all the way down to the ground. Most people are not ready to do that. Just listen to your body. Nobody's going to judge you. You don't want to hurt yourself. You want to get strong in a safe way. Let's try a couple more. Inhale and exhale. Relax down and in, hug the knees in. I find that we often judge ourselves more harshly than others would ever judge us. So just be kind to yourself. Honor where you're at. Okay, from here we're going to go into Criss Cross. So again, we're going to have a tabletop position, and then same things with the upper body. I want you to stack the palms of the hands, no cranking the neck. We're going to lift the head. You take an inhale here. With the exhale, the right knee comes in, left leg stretches. You're going to twist the left shoulder over to the right. We inhale to center and exhale to twist. Again, our elbows stay open. We don't care about making that elbow come over and touch. We don't care about that. We want this to come at the waist. We want to get strong through the sides and obliques. We want to get rid of love handles. Exhale, squeeze it over. Nice and slow. There's more work, more strengthening, and less chance of injury if you do this slowly. Let's do one more each way. You can always come down and rest the head and neck if you need to. You build up strength as you're ready. Come back to center. Feels so good. Okay, go ahead and take the legs out long. We're going to come into our roll up. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, long and over. We're just going to take a stretch here. Just relax it. Soften the shoulders. Let the head go. Draw the tummy in and slowly just ragdoll your way back up like you're stacking up against a brick wall. And just take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just relax here. Okay, had to switch batteries on the camera, but I'm back now. So we're going to move next into spine stretch forward, which is another one we saw in the first video. We're going to take the legs a little bit wider than the width of the mat. If you are having a hard time getting the legs straight and being able to stack up tall through the spine, then I'll suggest that you either bend the knees or just grab a blanket, 2 blankets, a pillow. You can prop the hips up as well, and that way you can get the legs straight. Just get the hips up a little bit higher, so that's an option as well. All right, so legs long, we're gonna pull the toes back towards you and then relax just at the toes. So we're edging the feet. We get the weight even on the sit bones, rock back and forth and stack up tall through the spine, arms out long in front. You'll inhale chin to chest. As you exhale, I want you to curl and round as if somebody's pulling you from behind. I don't want this to necessarily be a hamstring stretch. We've done several of those already. I want it to stretch the spinal tissues. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, curl and round back. Draw the shoulders down long from the ears. You'll begin to stack back up, one bone at a time. And then the idea is that you grow a little taller. You feel more space come between your vertebra with each repetition. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to get so tall that you feel like you're going to touch the clouds with your head. And stack back up nice and tall. Lift, lift, lift. Now keep the length in the spine. Let the arms lower down. And relax. Okay, we're going to come over onto the belly. We're going to come into an exercise called swimming. So onto your tummy. You're going to spread out and fill up the whole mat. I want you to do this with the legs open to the width of your mat. That's a little bit easier, a little bit less pressure on your back, and you're going to have a small turnout in the feet. We're going to place the forehead down on the mat, and you're going to lift the stomach up as if you're pulling it up off of the floor. It may or may not physically leave the floor, but that's the direction it's headed. So nice tight tummy. As you inhale, I want you to float the right arm, the head, and the left leg, and just hover and breathe naturally. We don't care how high the hand goes. I want you to lift this from your shoulder blade, and I want this cheek hard. I want you lifting this from your tush and your hamstring. I don't care how high the foot is. You're going to exhale, back down, switching sides. You're going to inhale, left arm and head, and right leg, and make it strong. The whole back side of that leg is working. And you're working through the thoracic spine and lower down. So now we're going to keep going and we're not going to hold. We're going to work here down along the muscles of the spine, your erector spinae muscles. You're going to inhale and float up, nice tight stomach. Exhale, lower down. We have 3 more. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Last time like this. Now we're going to hover all limbs above the ground and lift the head. We're going to flutter on a 5-count inhale and exhale, looking like this. We're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. Last exhale, and relax down. And we're going to press up. Round out the spine and sit back onto the heels in a child's pose. Draw the tummy up and in, stretch the arms out long. Just relax here. We're going to roll up from here. We're going to come back laying down on our backs. We're going to come into a series of bridges. So, hands behind the thighs if you need them. We'll come all the way down. We're going to draw the feet in a little bit closer towards your sit bones and sit bone distance apart. So we're going to start with just a traditional bridge. You're going to exhale, flatten through the back and begin to peel up bone by bone. You'll come up till the weight centers on the shoulder blades. Take an inhale here and exhale, melt it down, just softening, rolling through the chain of your spine. Okay, we're going to do one more like that. Inhale to prepare, exhale, peel it up. No excess pressure on the neck. We keep the legs parallel. Sometimes it helps to imagine like you're squeezing a little ball between the legs to engage the inner line of the body. Great. Okay, we're going to repeat that, except I want you to lift your toes up off the mat. So you're going to really dig down through your heels. You have no choice. You're going to dig through the heels, which will further activate and stimulate the hamstrings. So we're going to exhale, peel up. Keep those toes lifted. Take your inhale at the top and melt it down. And we're going to keep going with that breathing pattern, keeping the toes lifted. Inhale, exhale, peel up. Inhale at the top. You should feel this. You're going to squeeze at the top. You should feel the hamstrings and the back side of the body. Keep the stomach drawn in. Exhale, lift. Inhale. exhale down. We're just going to do one more like this. Inhale, exhale, peel it up. Inhale, keep the chest wide. Melt all the way down to your neutral position. Relax the feet. Take an inhale, exhale, peel up from here. Okay, you're going to hold at the top and you have two options. So you can either practice just lifting one heel at a time, keeping the pelvis really still, or you're going to do a little baby march. You're going to start to try to hover one foot. This is exactly like your piston exercise that we began the routine with. And you're going to melt down bone by bone. So you choose. The heel lift is easier. If that feels too easy, then try the baby march. You are not allowed to let the pelvis shift and slide. It's going to try to do that. You're not going to allow it. So let's peel back up. You're going to start on the other side first. So either left heel or left foot hovers. You pick one. And lower down. And switch. And lower down. This takes a lot of strength and control. Melt it down. We're going to do this 2 more times. Just alternate which side you start on each repetition. Exhale, peel it up. Right foot, either the heel lifts or the whole foot hovers. Try not to death grip through the arms. You can use them to support you. As you lift the heel or lift a foot, you should feel that supporting leg really kick in. You should feel that hamstring and that tush really turn on. Good. Left foot or heel lifts. Right. And melt all the way down. We're going to come into our neutral, walk the heels in closer, and now we're going to hinge up like a board. We're going to inhale and push it up to the top, feet are flat. Exhale, lower down, my low back never hits the mat. Just that tailbone, I push it up with my inhale, no hold at the top. Exhale, lower down. I don't want any knee discomfort with this. If you feel any pain or symptoms in the knees, they're feeling a little cranky, check your alignment. Make sure you've got some space between the feet and knees, and make sure it's the same amount of space, that you're staying parallel like you're lined up on railroad tracks. Inhale up, exhale down. We have 3 more. Nice tight tummy. Squeeze it up. Squeeze those cheeks. And back down. Last 2 times. Inhale up. And lower down. 1 more. Okay, our last mat exercise is a teaser preparation. I want you to walk your feet and knees together. You're going to extend the right leg. We're going to keep it parallel. Let those knees just really push together, like you've got a dollar bill between your knees that you're squeezing. So similar to our roll-up, our arms come overhead, keeping the shoulder blades connected. You're going to inhale, chin to chest, and you're going to round up. If you're able to, you're going to lengthen out. And then with a full breath, you're going to come back down. You'll finish with your exhale. Inhale, chin to chest, exhale, peel it up. It may just be here. You may be able to stretch the chest wide, wide through the mid-back. 1 more on this side. Inhale, chin to chest, exhale, press. Lengthen if you can. Melt it down, other side. Inhale, chin to chest, and exhale, peel it up. Preparation for teaser, which we'll work on in the next video. And lift. So, speaking of the next video, it should arrive in your email inbox in about 6 weeks. So, this routine gets done 2 to 3 times a week for the next 6 weeks, and you'll be ready for more at that point. We're going to finish with a few stretches. So, reclined, bound angle pose. You're going to make a butterfly, soles of the feet together. You're going to let the knees drop wide. So maybe you just want to hang out here. The arms can be down, they can be at your sides, they can be overhead. Something that I think feels really nice, like a manual release for your low back and your pelvis. You take your hands on the top of your thigh, like right by your hip crease. You gently press them down away from you. So you just get this opening and lengthening through the sacrum, through the lumbar spine. So I think that feels really good. Another thing you can do is take a sack of flour or a sandbag. These are about 10 pounds, and you can rest it open on your thigh to help gently encourage them to come down. Okay, you can hang out for a minute. So breathe. Nice tight tummy. We're going to draw the knees together, hold the stomach. We're going to take the left leg, your left foot, make a figure four. It comes across the right thigh. Your hands thread through. You're going to grab behind the right thigh and then hug into the chest. So this is for your left external rotators. It's a hip opener. It especially gets into a muscle called the piriformis, which is tight on many people. As you draw the legs in, you want to try to press, gently press that left knee open and away. That will deepen your stretch. Some people like to play with the angle of this leg that they're squeezing in. That can change the stretch you feel on the opposite side. Our magic number for stretches is 30 seconds. I don't like to get too technical with it, but if you take a handful of long, slow, deep breaths, it should get you there. We're going to take this top leg and slide it over so that we have the knees stacked. With this, you want to make an X, okay? It's not better to be tight here. We want the feet kind of moving open and away. We're going to flex the feet, and then if you can, you grab somewhere along the shins and the ankles, and you hug it in. And again, we've got the left leg in front. You should feel this more in that left hip. And breathe. So as you're pulling the legs in, you're thinking of lengthening out the low back. You most likely won't be neutral here, but you're thinking about getting long as if that tailbone were to come down into the mat. Feels so good. It's one of those hurts so good stretches. So we're going to flip-flop now. We're going to figure four with the right leg on top. Right knee presses open. We're going to hug the left thigh in. This helps release all of the bridges that we did. The swimming. Inhale through the nose. You're going to exhale out through the nose of the mouth. You're going to try to let the throat expand and soften. Let the shoulders come down from the ears. And let your breathing, let your breath be really easy here. It should be gentle. We're going to take the right leg, slide it across and on top, make a big wide X, draw the toes in towards the shins, and then hug in. And breathe. This is our last stretch. You did it. I am so proud of you. This is the level 2 routine, and you should be ready for it if you've stuck with your level 1. Again, try to do this routine 2 to 3 times a week for the next 6 weeks, and then we'll add some more. All right, release out of this. Just rock yourself up, give yourself a pat on the back, and go and enjoy the rest of your day. Take this strength and this positive energy with you, and go out into the world and have a great day. And I will see you again in the level 3 mat routine in about 6 weeks. Thanks. Bye.